Hi, this is Rich Levin. I'm the host of PC Talk on WPEN 950 AM and on the web at www.pctalkweb.net. It is Thursday, October 25th, 2001. It is the day that many in the Windows and computing community have been waiting for many, many years. It is the launch of Microsoft Windows XP, the latest version of the Windows operating system, and perhaps the most significant release of the Windows OS ever. It uses the core of the Windows NT and then Windows 2000 operating system to bolster the reliability of computing, and then Microsoft has really dressed up the user experience. Today's the day that the OS launches. We're here at the First Union Center in Philadelphia, and you can see the folks queued up, waiting to get in to see the presentations, see the unveiling, see the launch of Windows XP. So why don't we mosey around and talk to some of the folks here who are in line and see what they think about this upcoming new release of the Windows operating system.
Well, I actually have a couple customers meeting me down here. Going to let them be introduced by Microsoft to the new product line, and it cuts down on my work in terms of the grand introduction.
I'm looking for an improvement on what is already out there, and I think stability and reliability under more adverse conditions is something that I'm looking forward to, but I want to be dazzled.
Well, we're looking for security, maybe on the desktop, so we can lock the desktops down a little bit more. We like the integration with Active Directory and the group policies, and maybe being able to control the environment a little better.
Well, providing a more stable environment, fewer crashes, probably removes the frustration level for the users, and that's probably the biggest impact that it's going to have in the industry.
We're inside the First Union Center. Down at the bottom of this escalator is the Microsoft Windows XP Lab, where folks can play with Windows XP and some of the applications that are running on it. Why don't we go down there and see what's cooking on the floor, and also talk to some of the partners, the Microsoft partners, who are here exhibiting their software and hardware products which are compatible with Windows XP. Let's see what's happening.
We are the go-to partner for Windows XP, and one of the key components that we deliver to our partners and clients in the industry is teaching them how to implement, getting certified on Windows XP, where to position Windows XP on the desktop, and your back-end Windows 2000 servers.
Oh, it's a great next generational change for Microsoft's products. It gives them the opportunity to take the 2000 platform and move it into something that's more usable for the end user themselves, and also for the corporate environment, where it's better manageability with the platform. And from the back-end system side, it's much easier to deploy and take care of over the long run.
The other feature that I just talked to a client here is they're looking for remote access. They need to install Windows XP so that they can service their clients remotely. That's a key feature for system engineers and support companies that are helping people in their desktops that are not local.
We're here at the Microsoft Lab, where they're demonstrating the various features of Windows XP. Here's some of the Microsoft folks handing out raffle tickets for some freebies on the second floor, but over here is the actual, where the action is actually going down, and users can experience XP firsthand. There's a demonstration of XP's new remote assistance feature. You've got 4 booths lined up there, and people queued up 2 deep. Instant messaging, video conferencing, and application sharing, major aspects of the new Windows XP operating system being demonstrated here. Also, a couple of laptops here demonstrating the mobility experience of Windows XP on the desktop, or as it were, the mobile laptop. How much can you pack into a single operating system upgrade? Well, obviously quite a lot. Here Microsoft is demonstrating the remote desktop features of Windows XP, where you can work from anywhere and access your desktop. Tell us about Compact's take on Windows XP.
Well, we think it's very exciting because there are a lot of new software features that really leverage the innovative hardware features we put in our equipment.
And what are some of those software features and hardware features?
All of the great multimedia content, things like the Movie Maker, the simplicity of integrating digital images into your documents. The user support features are really great. And I think most important, the stability that it brings to the home users.
Probably the main thing is there's a lot of services now built in that we can leverage that we don't have to provide on our side. And it just makes it that much easier for the user. We can put these services out there and they just work.
We have home offices, we have 60 offices globally, we have a lot of remote, roaming users. So being able to still be able to centralize that backup, archival process, that's a wonderful tool for us. We see a lot of potential for it. We're in Asia and Europe, so multi-language interface goes without saying is going to be a wonderful tool. I can tell you we've had machines with 4 different bootable OSs on there in 4 different languages.
Can an operating system have fans? Well, apparently Windows XP does. The folks are lined up about 15 people deep and 6 across here, turning in their micro bucks for T-shirts and other goodies that Microsoft has here for the fans of Windows XP.
Having smart tags is a great way of collecting information in the context of a document, a spreadsheet, a database, a presentation. Some of the new advanced networking features of Windows XP will allow that offering to work wireless now. So if a person's working on their portable or their PDA and they need access to information on the web, with wireless support built into Windows XP, you're not tethered to an individual network cable anymore. You work where you need to work. You can bring your rich experience to where the information is.
We've been building our product on top of 2 separate code bases, and this really amounts to the unification of that vision, where we have a single code-based product to make available to both our consumer customers and our business users. Now, there are some inherent strengths and advantages between the consumer version of Windows and the professional version for business customers. So we're excited to be offering both communities at the same time, really a great new level of PC functionality.